Hi friends, and welcome back. Here's the truth. If you've never failed, you've probably never tried hard enough. We live in a world that celebrates success, followers, money, perfect careers, but hides failure like it's something to be ashamed about. But failure isn't the opposite of success, it's the foundation of it. Every great creator, every entrepreneur, every thinker has one thing in common: they failed a lot. In this video, we're going to break down why failure is not something to fear but something to embrace, how it actually rewires your brain to success, and why every failure is just feedback pointing you into the right direction. If you're serious about building your own brand, career, or just to become the best version of yourself, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and let's dive in. The fear of failure. Let's start here. Why are you so afraid of failure? It's not really the failure that scares us, it's the meaning we attach to it. We are afraid of what people think about us, we are afraid it says something about us we really care and are not good at, or we're afraid that failure once means we are always failing. But here's the thing: biologically, humans are built to avoid pain. Our brains literally light up the same areas when we are failing socially as when we experience hard pain. That's why rejection or embarrassment can hurt. Your brain doesn't know the difference. The problem here is that our ancient brain doesn't fit the modern world. Because in 2025, people who win aren't the ones that avoid risk. They are the ones that learn fast from risks and failure and learn fast to do fail. Remember that these days we are not afraid of small injuries or a broken arm because we have the tools to solve these problems. We should not be afraid to do failure. The science of failing. Let's talk science for a minute. Neuroscientists have found that when you make a mistake, your brain releases a small burst of a chemical substance called dopamine, the same one linked to motivation and learning. In other words, your brain wants you to fail because it's how your brain figures out what really works. There's even a term for it. It's called error-related negativity. It's a brain response that happens milliseconds after you make a mistake. The stronger your ERN, the more likely you are to improve next time. So failure does not just teach you mentally, it upgrades your neurological. Every time you fail, your brain rewires itself to become better and better and better. Failure isn't falling down, it's data. The iteration loop. Think about the best companies and creators on earth. They don't win because they're smarter, they win because they iterate. Tesla built cars that broke down. Apple built products that flopped, and your favorite YouTubers did videos with less than 100 views, such as mine. Each time they learned something new. What worked, what didn't, what people like, and how they respond to it. That's the iteration loop. First you try something, you fail, you learn, you adjust, and repeat. It's the most powerful loop in business, fitness, learning, in everything. And the faster you go through that loop, the faster you grow. So the real failure isn't falling down, it's refusing to get back up and try again. My recommendation is run that loop as often as possible. Failing forward in real life. I will give you an example from my own experience. When I first started social media channels, I made hundreds of posts and got barely any engagement. Some completely flopped. But instead of deleting them and giving up, I started studying why. What headlines work, what hashtags, which thumbnail, and what message connected to it. Those early failures taught me more about content, audience psychology, storytelling, and how to create a community. And over time, these lessons turned into millions of impressions, thousands of followers, and real income. If you want to learn more about how I made this, check this video out. Remember, failure is only final if you stop learning from it and take the iteration loop. If you treat failure as feedback, it will become a powerful teacher. Reframing failure, the mental shift. How do you reframe failure so it doesn't destroy you? Here are 3 shifts that helped me. First, detach your identity from your results. Failing doesn't mean you're a failure. It means you've tried something new and you're learning from it. Judge the process, not the person. Number 2, start celebrating mistakes. In some startups, they are literally throw failure parties. They celebrate what went wrong and what to learn from it. They really take the iteration loops. And number 3, ask great questions. Instead of why did I fail, ask what did it teach me? And every single question you lead towards the failure will help you to succeed. Remember, growth isn't about avoiding mistakes. It's about making better mistakes towards your success, towards your goals and the outcome you want. Let me be clear. You can't grow without failure. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's your teacher. Embrace failure. Put out content. Output is key. All of this you will learn on this channel, so you should subscribe to it. Leave a like and comment below what's your biggest fear about failure. Thanks for that and see you in the next video. Cheers.